Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby League or Union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pass last from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some.
All right, West of Water Sports, ahoy!
It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world.
How is everybody doing? Welcome back as the Six Nations continues here. The coverage continues here on the West of Water Sports, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on Twitch. This is the Blockbuster, the big game, the one we've been waiting for. England taking on Ireland. I've been excited for this game. It should be an absolutely cracking contest. Hopefully YouTube's behaving this time around. YouTube doing YouTube things is all I can suspect is what happened before. Because rest assured, we've done absolutely nothing different on this end. I mean, God, I've been streaming now for how long? Doing absolutely nothing different on this side of things. So just a little case of YouTube doing YouTubey things, I suspect, and unfortunately, playing up a little bit. Anthems are underway, which means kickoff not far off. Just a few minutes to go. Ireland versus England. Six Nations. This could be a very key match in determining the eventual winner, which I still think will be France. By the way, Maro Itoje there is completely fired up, and he is giving that anthem everything that he's got. I talk about it a lot. You love to see the passion from the players. Some stirring renditions of the anthems we've seen over the years here on the Waste of World of Sports. And that was one right there from Maro Itoje. Dan Jam, ahoy, mate. Geordie Aussie, ahoy. Welcome back to the two of you for the main event of the Six Nations in round one, it must be said. No offense to the rest of the participants, the rest of the games, but clearly this is the one that we've been waiting for. Why is the English anthem always sung by an opera singer? Well, it's kind of got that about it, doesn't it? It's got that vibe, operatic vibes. Padraig O'Brien, ahoy, mate. Oh, I am all on board with Ireland for this one. No offense to the Pommies, but you know, I talk about it all the time. I'm part Irish, part Kiwi, born and raised in Australia. I've got to go for the Irish side of my family here. Support them over England. Absolutely no disrespect or offense to England whatsoever. None intended. And England have got one of my favorite players, by the way. One of my favorite players of the Six Nations, Marcus Smith. What an absolute gun. Yeah, one of my favorite players there. The Battle of the Fly Halves, Marcus Smith and Sam Prendergast. Looking forward to that battle. Marcus Smith, quite frequently one of the standout players for England, but gets very little support. So the players around him need to step up tonight. 6 and 7. Now, this is an interesting one for England. Number 6, Tom Curry. Number 7, Ben Curry. Double Curries for England. It's like placing an order at my local Indian restaurant, isn't it? Yep, I'll get the double, the double curry, thanks. Yep, that's the Tom and the Ben. Yes. Poppadoms on the side, and most certainly some spinach and cheese naan bread. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, to go. Thank you. Yes. $45 points to 2 it is in favour of England. Oh, predictions for this game. Okay, before it gets underway, predictions for this game. Oh, I think it's going to be close for a good 60 minutes, and Ireland to finish over the top. Ireland to win by 8 points. Ireland by 8. I think it'll be close for a good 60 minutes. Ireland will break away. England with a late consolation try to bring it back to that 8-point margin. Let's see. I was somewhat close with the last game. Let's see how I go with this one as we're about ready for kickoff. Ireland versus England. You think it'll be closer than that, Dan Jam? There's my boy Marcus Smith. What a stud. Ready to get things underway here. Ireland versus England. Ben O'Keefe is the official. Well, this game is in good hands with referee O'Keefe. Ready to get started. Let's go. Maro Itoje looks pumped up. I'm actually backing Maro Itoje anytime try scorer. He looks absolutely pumped. As Marcus Smith gets us underway, England go short and contest and secure the ball right from the get-go. England will go on the attack. 30 metres out right in front of the post. They go wide to the left. Smith, a kick in behind. Surely offside there was the kick chaser. But it beats everybody over the sideline anyway. No harm, no foul. And this game off to a very, very quick start. And already Marcus Smith looking to make some inroads. Honestly, love him. One of my favourite players. Ireland secure the line-out ball. Inside their 22, Gibson Park looks to set up the box kick. Massive clean out of the ruck there. By Vanderfleer, I think it was. The number 7 charging in. And the box kick puts pressure on Caden Murley. Well defended here from Ireland. England, though, secure the ball. No multi on this one, Geordie Aussie. No, I actually, at the end of the last game, I actually decided to pop off and have a quick power nap. So I'm still frantically trying to set all the screens up here. As the box kick down into Irish territory. Well taken to the back by Hugo Keenan. Pressure on him, though. Gibson Park secures it at the back. Look for the box kick. Winds up. Pressure from Itoji, but he gets the kick away. And it's lost forward in the chase through by Gary Ringrose. And now here's a chance for Smith. Lights it up and scorches them up the middle. Fires a pass out wide. Fantastic effort from Marcus Smith. Well, I've been talking about him all pre-game. Talking him up. Smith again in midfield. Out to the left. Smith well defended by Gary Ringrose on this occasion. But it is the battle of the fly halves. Smith with the crossfield kick. They've got a couple of players out here, England, but into touch it goes on the full. Just overcooked a little bit. And he's off to a fantastic start here, Marcus Smith. God bless him. Rent-A-Ghost, ahoy there. Rent-A-Ghost says, come on, Ireland. Geordie Aussie, change England red scoreboard to white. It's white text, my friend. Therefore, that would be a nasty idea for visibility on the scoreboard. As Ireland put a little chip kick in over the top, and they get the ball back. Gibson Park fires a pass in between the legs of the receiver, and into touch it goes. Oh, we've got an injury early. Big time trouble here for Mac Hansen. Limping around in back play. He's already got his knee bandaged up. And he seems in a bad way. He's off the field. Off he goes. Struggling to put weight on that knee. And Robbie Henshaw straight out there. 4 minutes in. I can't believe actually how quickly that 4 minutes has just flown by. But still, 4 minutes in and already. I mean, that's not what they wanted, to say the least. Captain Obvious here. Not what you want to see this early on in a contest. One of your gun wingers leaving the field. Line out throw here for Luke Cowan-Dickey. It's tapped down by England, but there to pick up the pieces, Finlay Beelum. Ireland back in possession, stealing that one. And doing it nicely. Gibson Park at the base of the ruck with the box kick. Up over halfway. And England go to ground in midfield. About 40 metres out from their own line. So we'll have to keep an ear out for what's happened there to Mac Hansen. Somebody that I was considering, if I had a multi on, I was definitely considering Mac Hansen to be in there. Box kick. Ireland secure the ball. Gibson Park releases it. Another bad pass here. Gibson Park, sort yourself out, mate. You're too good and too experienced for these kind of passes. As Prendergast gets the kick away, he was taken out after the fact. It's been allowed to play on, though. And England have the ball on the attack again. Smith pops the pass up nicely for Henry Slade. Itoji now with Smith on the wraparound. He's been involved in everything early here, Smith. Now with another crossfield kick. High and contestable. Freeman flying through, but James Lowe is up above everybody to claim that ball just outside the 22. And Ireland immediately send it wide to the left. Some space almost opening up for them around the ruck. Connor Crowley, ahoy, mate. Connor Crowley says, let's go, Ireland. Through the hands now, and well defended in the midfield by England. Gibson Park fires the pass across the face of the post, and Itoji puts the big hit on. But now, Prendergast fancies some space. And the ball spills out of the ruck and into touch. Oh, that's that wee lass on the sideline there that officiated one of the games that I think we covered in the Autumn Internationals. Seven minutes gone, no score here. Big defense from Maro Itoji. I'm telling you, Itoji is primed for a big one. As Kelleher throws to the middle, and Ireland come down with it. Prendergast kicks up over halfway. England back in possession. Freddie Stewart nowhere to go. He's met on the halfway line. A wall of green defense waits. Itoji driven backwards in the tackle. Box kick. They ran out of options there pretty quickly. England lows under this one. The ball spills loose, but it falls for Ireland. Pressure at ruck time, but they get numbers there. Gibson Park looks to clear and does. Fires it across to Van der Freer in midfield. Back to Prendergast inside the 22. Carried back. And Smith takes it on the full. Looking to counter-attack. Smith is dangerous. Gets the offload away. And straight up the middle on a good charge. Ollie Lawrence, was it? I couldn't see. They're 22 out now, though. England cut out pass. Henry Slade now. Grubber kick in behind the line. Sits up for Caden Murley. And Caden Murley scores the first try in the corner. Well, England have come out of the gates here and taken Ireland by surprise. Caden Murley scores in the corner. But we're going to go all the way back there to Ollie Lawrence, that little half break. Marcus Smith pops the pass up. Lawrence busts through one, busts through a second, and plants the ball back. That gave them the front foot ball. And there was absolutely nothing doing here. There were 4 Irish defenders, only 2 English attackers. And the grubber kick through from Slade, pinpoint accurate, gets the bounce. Caden Murley, what a try, what an opening passage here for England. 9.5 minutes in and they're up 5-0, kick to come. Conversion from out wide is on point. It's right down the middle. And England leads 7-0, what a turn up. Dan Jam says, get in there. And get in there he did. Caden Murley. Is he on debut? I don't recall ever calling a game with Caden Murley in it before. Not an international. Oh, Ireland get us back underway, and it's dropped from the kickoff. Ben Earl. Well, oh, actually, I might have wrongly accused Ben Earl here. It might have actually been... oh, no, it was Ben Earl. Okay. I thought I might have wrongly accused him there. Well, that's obviously not what you want right after points from the restart. Dropping the ball cold. Ireland have the scrum down now, 22 out from the try line. They could hit straight back here. 11 minutes gone. Hopefully, Waste to Water Sports live on YouTube, live on TikTok. Hopefully, YouTube is being a little better behaved for this stream. As the scrum resets. 7 points to nil. Thank you very much for the rose there. Over on TikTok, username that I cannot see. Is that Eric Cartman as the avatar, though? Hang on, let me bring it a bit closer. It is Eric Cartman, I'm sure of it. Thank you there. I don't know, the username just comes up as a bunch of rectangles with X's through them. But thank you very much there on TikTok. Sending through the rows as the scrum resets. Gibson Park feeds. A big shove here from Ireland. It compresses in the middle and collapses. Play on, says the referee. And Aki going backwards. This rush defence from England. This is exactly what England do to the All Blacks. Time and time again. Pressure them with this rush defence. Penalty advantage now. And the kick through. A mirror image of up the other end. And James Lowe fires the no-looker back in field. It's intercepted. And we come back for the penalty. Referee was playing advantage. England not rolling away. Prendergast will put this into the corner, though I say take the 3. They're putting it into the corner. They want to hit back. They want to hit back with a try. Five meters out. Kelleher will have the line-out throw. To the front. Ireland secure the ball. The rolling maul is well and truly set. England get in and try and disrupt it. Toji's there. Those big gun arms wrapped up around the ball. And the maul collapses. They've got to get it out of here. They do. Gibson Park. To James Lowe. Lowe nearly burrows through. Gibson Park back down the short side. Ryan, 5 meters out. The ball spills loose. Prendergast looks to fire a big cutout pass across the face of the post. And the ball spills forward. Referee was playing another advantage, though. And this will come back again. What do they do here, Ireland? They've had a crack. They'll look for touch again, I'm assuming. If they did the last time, I can't imagine why they would change their mind on this occasion. Five meters out. Oh, they're going to tap and go. They're not even worried about the touch on this time. They tap and go. Kelleher looks to burrow through. They're half a metre out. Ireland. One out from the ruck again. The English defence drives forward. Itoje just lurking around the ruck there, in behind the line. The last line of defence. Ireland now go out the back. Gibson Park to Aki. Aki's in front of the posts and brought to ground. Gibson Park is under pressure. It's loose. It's scrappy out the back. They lose it backwards again, Ireland. Penalty advantage incoming. They're up a little too quick again here, the English defenders. Now a new, fresh advantage for not rolling away. And the wraparound play was on, but the pass goes out the back. And the referee's going to have words here, I think. This will be early words to England. A few penalties now down this end. And a few blatant ones. Blatant offsides, I think, will be the talk here to Itoje. And this is a very early warning, 15 minutes in. And the referee will be saying, no more. No more down this end. Now, do they take the 3? You've almost got to keep the pressure on at this point, don't you? They've knocked back 2 shots at goal already. They're in a situation now they almost have to keep the pressure on. As Kelleher marches up again, are they going to tap and go? Are they going to scrum? Maybe you call a scrum down here. It's right in front of the posts. 5 meters out. An absolute gift 3-pointer. But they are going to tap and go. Kelleher. And he's got a nice scrum-based pod around him. They bring the ball back quickly, and it opens up around the ruck that never actually formed for Ronan Kelleher to dive over untouched. And Ireland have hit back. Boy, we've got a great game on our hands here. You can just feel it. You can sense it. These two teams are well up for this game. England out of the gates, striking first. But Ireland have hit back now, turning down the shots at goal. Going for the tries and a simple conversion now from Prendergast. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait just a minute as the referee has blown time off. And we are under review here. This play is under review. Prendergast didn't get the kick away, the conversion. What are we looking at here? TMO review on this try. Oh, for Itoje. They might be looking at Itoje being held into the ruck here. Yep, Itoje is being held illegally on the ground. The player on the ground is holding Itoje's leg, and this is going to get scrubbed off, and it will be a penalty to England. Oh, the crowd erupts in a chorus of boos. But, I mean, quite honestly, I can't see any other choice there for the referee. The Irish player there was clearly holding Itoje's leg. And they just, they left the officials with no option there. So no try and a penalty to England. I mean, it always comes back to, we talk about it, if it looks too easy, it probably is. And that looked way too easy. It probably was, and it was found out to be a little too easy for a reason, and that was Itoje being taken out of the play. Now Itoje played it up, obviously looking for the penalty. And that's completely fair enough. I mean, why wouldn't you? Big touch finder. And a reprieve indeed. A reprieve and a half there, Dan Jam, for England. But the warning shot has been fired. Box kick here from Mitchell. Not a lot of distance. Low runs forward. It's tapped back by England. And then lost forward. Ireland secure the ball just short of halfway. Out the back to Prendergast. Sends it on to Keenan. Bundyaki now steps in field. Links up again with Ringrose. Close to the sideline. Now they come back to this near edge, or try to. It's been lost forward by England and intercepted, but will come back for the knock on. I mean, it was a crazy pass, but it was thrown because they knew that they were playing under knock-on advantage. Luckily, in the end, there's Maro Itoje there coming through and getting hands on the ball. 17 minutes 50 gone. It's 7 points to 0 in favour of England. Ireland have been across the line. The try, though, disallowed. We come back for a scrum here. Ireland will have the feed. About, what are we, roughly 30 metres out from the try line. Their own side of halfway. Marcus Smith, I talked him up in the pre-game. But Marcus Smith is delivering the goods again. Such a gun of a player. I just continue to be impressed every single time as the scrum goes down and the referee O'Keefe, says we'll have a reset. Repack it. We'll try again, lads. I wonder if England's, the pace at which England are playing, I wonder if it's just taken Ireland by surprise a wee bit here. 19 minutes gone. This is just raced by. It's always the sign of a good game when time flies by. Gibson Park to Prendergast. Crossfield kick for Lowe. Lowe immediately puts it onto the boot for a second kick. And it sits up at the back nicely for England, who now counter-attack. And straight up the middle goes Caden Murley, the try scorer. He's brought down on halfway. As Ireland's defence scrambles, it almost opens up. Here from Mitchell around the base of the ruck. England look to go left. Ireland's defence, though, numbered up out there. Bumping off the first tackle. As England continue to build the phases. Smith, cut out pass to Lawrence. Holds the pass up nicely for Freeman. Freeman dances down the sideline, puts boot to ball, and it goes into touch on the full. Some nice play from England, but equally nice defence from Ireland. Oh, we've got a great game on our hands here. I mean, this is taking some nice shape, this contest. Geordie Aussie says, how many times will we see collapsed scrums in the tournament? A fair few, I would imagine. I mean, that's the nature of proper scrum play. And you've got all those big bodies impacting. There'll be some collapses. Bundy Aki now getting some treatment. Let's not forget, Mac Hansen left the field early. He's back on now, I'm fairly certain. But they've already had an injury concern for Mac Hansen. I'm fairly sure he's back out there. I think I saw him tottering about somewhere there. Bundyaki just getting a little bit of treatment. Keenan with the line-out throw. He's been on point so far, Keenan. I mean, Kelleher. Keenan. Keenan's a mate of mine. Marcel Bunce, thank you very much for the rose. Cheers, mate. As James Lowe clears into touch up towards the halfway line. England set and throw into the line-out very quickly. Setting up this ruck now. Inside Ireland's territory, Mitchell, it spills out the back. He has to put in the box kick. Taken by James Lowe inside the 22. Calls the mark. And this will be a simple clearance up over halfway. I reckon James Lowe, that prodigious boot, he will send this surely back into England's territory. Well, he's not even looking for touch. He's just hoofed it straight down the middle of the field. An awkward bounce for Freddie Stewart. And that's a net gain for Ireland if they get up there on defence. And there they do. They meet Stewart there on the 40-metre line. Itoji around the back to Smith. Fires a huge cutout pass onto the wing. And Lowe spills it backwards inside the 22. He's got Prendergast in support. Prendergast pumps it into touch. About 40 metres. Their own side of halfway here, Ireland. England with the line-out throw. They've won that territorial battle. That's for sure. 22 and a half gone. 7 points to nil. Cowan Dickey with the line-out throw. They're here on this near side touchline. 40 meters out. Now we just saw there as they adjust where the line out is taken from. The law changes here for the Six Nations, the experimental technology that's tracking the sidelines to get the exact location of touch finders. That's the first time I think we've really seen it. The first time we've really seen it used, as they've marched that line out forward a few meters. England with the crossfield kick, flaming the ball in the air, and they go again. Big counter ruck here from Ireland, in over the top and winning the penalty. The number 5, Byrne. What's his name? Taj? Tadhg. I'm saying Taj. His last name's Byrne anyway, that's for sure. I'm fairly certain of that one. Big turnover, big penalty. Tig. Is that his name? Tig. Fair enough. Tig Byrne. Ireland go on the attack. Aki to Prendergast. Holds the pass up nicely for Hansen. Fires it out wide. And floating out there is Ryan Bard. Goes to ground inside the 5. Penalty advantage now. Ireland look to strike back. England pile in and get over the top of the ball. And the referee might just reach to the pocket here. He does. Referee O'Keefe has had enough. Another penalty inside the danger zone. He's marched over to Itoje and said, I've warned you, enough is enough. The last penalty inside the red zone. And somebody's going to go have a sit down here. Who is it? Yellow card has been shown to Marcus Smith. Oh, one of the best players for England is going to have a sit down and a rest for 10 minutes. That's huge. Prendergast will pop this into touch over on the far side. Oh, that's a big yellow card. A huge 10 minutes incoming now. Prendergast with the touch finder. 5 meters out from the line. And Ronan Kelleher with a big line-out throw now. They secure the ball, release it immediately. Hansen in midfield, brought to ground. Gibson Park's got it at the back of the ruck. England rush defence again is solid. But Ireland maintaining possession, and they're holding on. No, they're caught crossing over. Crossing over. Obstruction. Penalty to England. What a huge let-off that is. Where did it happen? Yes. Porter runs in behind James Ryan and Marcus Smith. He knows how important that is. Marcus Smith, he's supposed to be sitting in the naughty chair for 10 minutes, but he was so pumped up at that penalty, he was up and about. "26 minutes gone, 7 points to 0. England with the line-out throw on their own 22. They go to the back. Itoje claims. Ireland pour through, try and put pressure on, but England release out into the midfield. Mitchell forcing the big piggies out of the way. They'll look to set up a clearing kick now. Mitchell fires it back. It goes to Stewart. Stewart clears. Finding touch on halfway. Hansen goes quickly. Ireland play on. And big defence there on Hugo Keenan. Rocked backwards. Prendergast now kicks high. Looking for Bundyaki to challenge. Well played there by Slade. Realised he was going to get smacked by Bundyaki. Pops the pass off immediately as he comes to ground. England are taking the fight to Ireland here. Big time. Mitchell with the box kick clearance. Up over halfway. James Lowe's under it. Takes it well. He's secure. So secure under that high ball. James Lowe. They can reload here, Ireland. Gibson Park. As they pile in there at ruck time, that was a little unnecessary because England had not committed at all to that ruck. Box kick here from Gibson Park, looking for Lowe. Lowe again wins the battle in the air, taps it back. Ireland are in possession. Wide to the right. They've got numbers out here. The cutout pass to Mac Hansen. Hansen's in space. Steps back in field. England managed to scurry back. And again, Ireland are caught holding on to the ball. Referee O'Keefe says you've got to release quicker than that. A fantastic effort there from Tom Curry. England are defending well here with a man down. Not that Marcus Smith really contributes that much to the defensive line. Marcus Smith's out there for attack. But still, doing well here. A man down. England defending nicely. Marcel Bunce, I am all about the Captain Morgans. No matter the time of day or night, if I'm watching sports, the captain is not far away. As England find touch on the halfway line. 29 minutes gone. The throw is a shocker. It's over the top of everybody, and Ireland come away with it. Really poor throw, that one from Cowan Dickey. Prendergast running crossfield. Wraps around with Aki. He's got support there from Hugo Keenan. And they're inside the 22. Again, Aki with the wraparound of Prendergast. Creating extra numbers that they've already got the extra man. But those wraparound plays are just creating that extra number as Bundyaki now spills it forward and England are off the hook again. Another let off. Alex Mitchell again. Honestly, cheeky little scrum halves, I tell you. Imagine honestly, the balls on Alex Mitchell, even though they're teammates, to just run up there and shove Maro Itoshi out of the way. Cheeky little scrum halves, eh? God, well, honestly, when I played, I don't know about anybody else, but something about scrum halves, eh? You just want to pop one on them. Cheeky little buggers. Another let off here. For England, Bundyaki coming up with the error. Frustration in the Irish coaching box. And we've got a couple of men down now for England. Getting their legs rubbed. Maro Itoshi's one of them. 30 minutes gone. 7 points to 0. Ireland coming up with some errors. Some big turnovers at some crucial times. Which is just keeping England ahead here. Marcus Smith, no damage has been done yet with him in the sin bin. 4.5 minutes to go for Marcus Smith on the sideline. Dan Jam says, have you been on the Morgans since the France game? Yes. Yes, I have. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of downtime in amongst that where I've been sleeping. But yes, Marcel Bunce asks who I think will win. Look, I still think Ireland will win. They'll go to halftime and they'll regroup. It's the first hit out for all these teams in the Six Nations. And I think ultimately they'll run them down in the end. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment, though. They do need to clean up some areas as Hansen sets up the ruck just outside the 22. Gibson Park fires it across the face of the defence. Penalty advantage incoming. Prendergast. And now it pops up for Keenan. Keenan almost breaks through. And over the top of it, again, Ben Curry secures the turnover, but penalty advantage was being played. And we come back for the offsides as tempers flare up. Tempers flare out there, and the players, a little bit of shirt grabbing, a little bit of push and shove. Nothing too serious. Marcel, this is Rugby Union, Six Nations. England offside once more. They do have to be careful here, England, of course. They don't want somebody else to be sitting down. Prendergast into the corner. Now, I've got to raise the question again about taking the points. We saw what happened with Italy in their game against Scotland. Taking the points, keep themselves in the game. If Ireland were popping their points over, it's 7 points to 6 now, at least. But anyway, they look to even the score. Job number 1 is done. They secure the line-out ball, but the ball is going backwards at a rate of knots. Gibson Park fires it out to Bundyaki in midfield. And now, wrapping around is Van der Fleer. The ball spills out for Prendergast, who pops it up. Gibson Park runs the support line. James Lowe takes it out on the wing and tries to step back in field. The English defence, though, a man down. Still too good at the moment. They need to break them apart. Hansen tries to do just that, tries to step in field, but Lawrence is up to the challenge. And around the back for Keenan, who knocks it on, and another let off here for England. Big defence. 2 minutes left in the sin bin for Marcus Smith. And Mitchell with the box kick clearance up towards the halfway line. And they've let them off the hook again with their ball handling. And if it's not ball handling, it's holding on for too long at ruck time, getting isolated, players isolated. Pats on the back from the Irish players. Pats on the back in, consolation, not for anything good happening out there at the moment. James Lowe's getting a rub down on his legs now. Lots of leg rubbing from the trainers out there tonight. Marcel Bunce asks if I think France are the best. I do think France would be the favourites to win the tournament this year. Ireland would be the obvious choice to compete with them. But England, they're going to have a thing or two to say about that by the looks of it. As Gibson Park with a big cutout pass to Aki in midfield. Now Prendergast takes it to the line, throws it out the back to nobody. It bounces up for Hansen, who runs back towards the midfield. And he's wrapped up and driven backwards, back over the halfway line into their own territory. England defending with authority here at the moment. As Lowe's got a little bit of space. James Lowe, one-on-one. Beats the man, and he's into space. He's got Gibson Park in support. Gibson Park steps back in field and will dive over and score. The numbers eventually told. And Gibson Park scores. Ireland have hit back. And it all comes back to a simple one-on-one tackle missed out wide. James Lowe beats his man one-on-one, puts the fend on. And Alex Mitchell can't bring him to ground. It's a mismatch. James Lowe on Alex Mitchell. And from there on in, it became a numbers game. You've got to make your tackles. Alex Mitchell's let the team down there. And what a crucial try for Ireland. Marcus Smith back out on the field. 5 minutes to go till the halftime break. That was a critical try as Prendergast now lines up the conversion attempt. He seems to have it lined up a long way offline, and well, he's hit the post and it bounces away. He's missed. I was just looking at that, and I was looking at the setup on the tee And I thought, that looks way misaligned. I thought it might have just been me, though, watching on the TV. It's a bit hard to tell, but ultimately, it's hit the post and bounced away. 7 points to 5 it remains. Ireland have finally got their try, though. Finally, the numbers have told. As Keenan now on the wraparound. Again, trying to create space with the wraparounds, but the English defence reading it like a book. And they get in a counter ruck here. This could be a turnover, and here's Mitchell. Mitchell sends it wide to the right. Will Stewart goes to ground. England will have the final say here in the first half. Numbers to the left. Lawrence can't get the ball free, though. They stay on that left-hand edge, although cutting back in field. Mitchell again, left to Slade with the kick through. And it just dribbles into touch. 37 minutes gone. Ireland will have the line-out throw inside the 22. The other problem, of course, with promotion and relegation, I'll tell the story. There's only 3 minutes till half-time. And we can tell the story about the failed World League that was suggested. England are doing well today, Josh, indeed. England have come to play. Cruz, Leggett, ahoy, mate. How are you, Cruz? There's Cow and Dickey down getting some treatment. 7 points to 5. Just a missed conversion between the two teams at the moment. Only a couple of minutes to go till the halftime break. Here's the try again. The one-on-one. James Lowe and Alex Mitchell breaks through. That tackle needed to be made. Once the one-on-one tackle is missed, it was pretty much all over at that point. Advantage to Ireland. And a crucial try. A big hug from Bundyaki there to Gibson Park. They know how critical that was. Stewart's off the field. Down the tunnel. Obviously something serious there. Ronan Kelleher with the line-out throw. They go to the front. England compete, but Ireland do bring the ball down. Gibson Park goes to ground on the 22. That takes the box kick away. They've got to set up another ruck. Gibson Park will get up and scurry back to the base of the ruck here. And now they can set up the box kick clearance. Itoji looks to charge down. But Gibson Park gets it away up towards the halfway line. 2 minutes to go till the halftime break. 7 points to 5. This game at the moment, everything that we hoped it would be. It's delivering on its promise. England go quickly to the front. Smith in midfield, links up with his number 8 there, Ben Earl. Smith again down this near side. Pop passes from England are sublime. Nice quick hands. Some space opens up around the ruck. They march forward another 10 metres. Smith with a beautifully placed ball right out in front of, is that Ben Earl again? They're inside the 22. Mitchell goes quickly, scoots away from the base of the ruck and beats one. Oh, they're playing with pace here, England. Penalty advantage. Genge goes close. Staying on that short side. England looking good. Inside the 22, Smith pops the pass out the back and it's lost forward, but they come back for the penalty. They'll take the 3 here, surely. England with less than a minute to go till the halftime break. Right out in front. 22 metres out. A gift 3-pointer. Itoshi picks up the ball. What do they call? Surely you take the 3. We'll have a shot, thanks, mate, he says. Well, he probably didn't say mate. That's just me being very Aussie. We'll have the shot. And England will go into the halftime break, surely. 10 points to 5 ahead. A nice tight contest here between two quality teams. I mean, England are putting on a performance like I've not really seen from them in the games that we've covered. I mean, certainly not lately. They're playing with pace, the quick hands, the silky smooth offloads through the back line. I mean, Marcus Smith is involved in everything, and here he is to take the penalty goal. Pops it over right down the middle. Marcus Smith sends England into the halftime break, leading 10 points to 5. Every single game we cover that England play, I talk about Marcus Smith. I mean, you would think that I have a crush on the guy, but he's one of my favorite players. Now that it's the halftime break, we can have a chat about that question. So it's come up in the chat room. Geordie Aussie has said that he wants to see a Six Nations with promotion and relegation. Dan Jam has responded that the bottom team would never improve. So the idea, I think, what Geordie Aussie is suggesting here is it'll be Six Nations with Georgia, Portugal, Romania, Spain, and 2 other countries. So I guess the idea would be the bottom of the main group, which is the current Six Nations teams. The bottom of the main group would get relegated, and the winner of that group with Georgia, Portugal, Romania, Spain, blah, 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 would get promoted up. I'm assuming is the thing. Now, here's why that will never happen and why that will never work. So there was an idea floated. I can't remember how many years ago now, but there was actually an idea floated by, it was back when World Rugby was still called the IRB, which I believe was the International Rugby Board, if I'm not mistaken. They're now just called World Rugby. But back when it was still the IRB, the idea was floated of a world competition, like a world league. And the idea was put forward that to minimize the amount of games that needed to be played in this world league, that there would be essentially a conference system. There'd be a main conference and there'd be the lower tier conference. Now, it all fell apart because teams like the All Blacks, England, France, like all the top nations basically said, cool, but if we're going to agree to this, we need immunity from relegation, because to hell if we're playing a whole season of Tier 1 games. And that pretty much knocked the idea right on the head. And what I think you would find, Geordie Aussie, even if the idea of promotion and relegation with another subset of 6 teams was floated, your Englands, your Frances, your Irelands, I mean, hell, even Italy would turn around and go, yeah, you know what? We're not going to do that, because we're not going to play a whole season of Tier 1 games. So, I mean, it's always a nice idea in theory to give those lower ranked nations more opportunity, and I totally get it, but it's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen because none of the top nations even want to flirt with the danger of potential relegation. It's just not happening, I'm afraid. Marcel Bunce asks if I prefer league or union. Mate, I am a union boy through and through. I mean, I support both. I love both. I've played both. Not professionally, but I've played both. I love both, but I much prefer rugby union. Rugby union is like a game of human chess with all different skill sets, all different builds and body types, and rugby league's a little bit more like 1 through 13. It's almost like they're all built out of the same factory. Rugby league's changing a little bit though. Like we're starting to see a lot more smaller, quick, zippy fullbacks, aren't we? Like Reece Walsh is not a big guy. He's small, fast, nippy little guy. Campbell, what's his name? Preston Campbell's kid. Plays for the Titans. His first name escapes me, but he's a small lad. Zippy, a lot of pace. Will Kennedy that plays for my Sharks. Yeah, I go for the Cronulla Sharks in the NRL. Will Kennedy, he's a little dude. Little zippy guy. So yeah, there are some smaller bodies starting to filter through, especially at fullback for rugby league. But ultimately, in the other 12 position, they're all built from the same factory almost. It feels like. What team do I hate the most in the NRL? Not even close. Those goddamn Green Goblins. Ricky's Green Goblins down in Canberra. And there's, sorry, are you a Canberra fan? I don't want to just come rampaging out here and insult potential Canberra supporters. No, you're not. Excellent. And that stupid Viking clap that they do. Can't stand them. South Sydney for life, eh, Marcel? Well, you must be pretty excited to have Uncle Wayne back, the master coach. I mean, honestly, look, I'm a Shark supporter through and through. But anybody who thinks that the Rabbitohs will not be playing finals footy with Wayne Bennett is going to unlock the beast within Latrell Mitchell. And my prediction is that Latrell Mitchell and Cody Walker both have standout years. And I'm talking about form that we have not seen from them. I'm talking origin level Latrell. And when the Rabbitohs got to the grand final and ultimately lost to the Panthers, Cody Walker had an almost Dally M winning year that year. I'm talking about Wayne Bennett unlocking that sort of form. But anyway, I digress. We have got a fantastic game of Six Nations rugby on our hands here. 10 points to 5, England. Well, I've got to say, Dan Jam, very happy with that first half. And I can imagine so. I mean, Marcus Smith has once again been immense. Honestly, love the guy. One of the best fly halves in the game at the moment, Marcus Smith. It's hard to argue that. I would love to have him in the All Blacks. Because, unfortunately, we've got buddy Damien McKenzie. So, for some reason, they insist on playing... Anyway, don't even get me started. Marcus Smith and the interplay with the rest of the back line, it's been absolutely immense so far from England. And Ireland have just struggled. Like, Prendergast hasn't really got into the game. And it was just that one-on-one, that simple missed tackle. Alex Mitchell missing the tackle on James Lowe. And if that doesn't happen, Ireland don't even have a try. Like it was that simple missed tackle, 1-on-1, that single moment that allowed Ireland to get across the try line. They, being England, had done so well up until that point, defending with a man down. Super Rugby team, Geordie. What, favourite or most hated? Favourite Super Rugby team of all time? The Crusaders. But I go, so obviously when Super Rugby became like a conference system, so I go for the Queensland Reds in the Australian Conference, and I would go for the Crusaders or the Chiefs in the New Zealand Conference. But then, when it came finals time, I'm sorry, Queensland Reds. You're out. Marcel Bunce asks if I hate the Panthers. No, I love the Panthers. Absolutely love the Panthers. That's my dad's team. So I'm very happy for them to be winning. And, my dad's very happy with the Panthers winning. So I'm more than happy for them to keep winning. There'll be plenty of time in the future for my team to win, hopefully. Josh asks, do I prefer league or union? Definitely prefer union, Josh. I preferred playing union. I prefer watching union. I mean, I enjoy both. Yeah, I just find, look, rugby union's definitely slower. But I found it more intriguing to play. Like, it was legitimately a game of human chess. It is legitimately a game of human chess. Unlocking the defenses. And, rugby league sometimes it's a little bit, crash and bash, 5 tackles, kick, hope the opposition drops the ball. And I know there's obviously a lot of kicking in rugby union as well. But, yeah, I just feel tactically there's a lot more to a game of rugby union. I mean, just having a contest for the ball at every breakdown alone. There's none of this tackle, get up, let the guy play the ball. It's a war, a battle, a contest for the ball at every stoppage. Lineouts, scrums, proper scrums, breakdowns. It's just constantly a fight for the ball. AJ 1417 999. Yes, indeed. Captain Morgan's. The captains. Wherever I am, the captains is not far away. Josh says, what position do I play whenever I play? Well, I don't play anymore. I only play charity games now, because I'm old and the body can't stand up to it anymore. But when I first started playing, I was an inside center. But then I discovered I really, really love meat pies. And I'm not talking about scoring tries. I mean, I discovered I really love to eat. So I piled on the pig and they moved me further and further in the forwards. So I went from inside center, got bigger, got bulkier as I continued to grow. They moved me to open side flanker. I then started to get a little bit bigger again and slowed down a little bit more. They moved me to blind side flanker. I continued to get bigger, and I just got further and further. Before I was one of the war pigs up in the engine room. as the team's getting ready to come back out for the second half now. 10 points to 5. Anybody's game, this one. George Weaponer. Ahoy there, mate. George asks, how about the northern sides playing the southern hemisphere teams? Yeah, I mean, we get that fairly frequently, don't we? Geordie Aussie, thoughts on the rugby sevens? Loved it when it was just a once a year. What's the word that I'm looking for here? God. What's the word? Novelty. When it was just a once a year novelty tournament, the Hong Kong Sevens, for example. I don't necessarily mind it going on tour to different places, but bloody yeah, when it's a year-long thing, like, it's too much. Just once a year, novelty, it was great. I don't really care for it as a full-on tournament, a full-on year-long tour. Thoughts on the new WA NRL team? Well, I don't think that's been confirmed yet. I mean, it's likely to happen. As the second half is underway, Itoji claims the kickoff in England will get first use. 10 points to 5, 1 try apiece. But anyway, long story short, Marcel, I don't think they should use the Bears name. The Bears are in North Sydney or they don't exist. And I can't imagine that it will really work the way that they intend it to, as there's a huge hit, a massive hit put on there by Ryan Bard, who is offside by a mile. That might be the most offside that I've ever seen anybody in the history of rugby union, as he comes flying in to make that hit. I don't think I've ever seen anybody more offside in my life. Marcus Smith with the touch finder. And Ireland are under pressure again here. 22 out from their own line. England to go on the attack. Cowan Dickey with the line-out throw. Itoji claims it in the middle. England release it immediately into the back line. The pass around the back to Smith, who bumps away from one tackle and almost ghosts his way through the middle. Genge with the pop pass, which has gone forward. Forward pass, says referee O'Keefe. And Ireland will get the scrum down. So they've survived that first little raid of the second half, but I've got to say, England are looking mighty good here. I don't want to jinx it, England fans. And I apologise in advance if I've done just that, but I've got to say they are looking mighty good. $10 points to 5. Scrum down. Geordie Aussie says, thoughts on Ashley Klein? I think that about sums it up. Two and a half minutes gone in the second half. This game, honestly, is just racing by. As the scrum collapses, and referee O'Keefe, he's had enough of the scrum collapses tonight. He's gone straight to the long arm penalty in favour of Ireland. He's not messing about here in the second half, referee O'Keefe, as Prendergast finds touch up on the halfway line. Ireland off the hook. Kelleher with the throw to the front. Ireland secure it. Gibson Park with a huge pass out into midfield. And Bundyaki is held up in the tackle. England swarm in, try and keep this ball up off the ground. Gibson Park now clears. Oh, it's in behind Caden Murley and into the end goal. Murley picks it up, runs back into the field of play. What a miracle from Murley. But pressure still on here as Ireland pile in and look to drive over the top. England have got the ball centimetres out from their own try line. And now they're driven backwards and taken to ground for a 5-metre scrum. Ireland and the home crowd are pumped up at that one. Well, England have made a complete and total mess out of this. And they've put themselves under almighty pressure. Geordie Aussie says favourite NRL referee and commentator, Adam G. And, G's favourite commentator. Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, we kind of started this channel based on the fact that they're all pretty bad. 5-metre scrum, Ireland with the feed. Looking to draw the scores level and potentially sneak ahead. The home crowd rising in support here. The chorus rains out in support of their men in green. Big drive here from England as the scrum collapses and will reset. Pressure cooker scenario here. If England can repel this attacking raid, I don't think I need to say just how massive that would be in the context of this match. I think we're all smart enough to be able to work it out for ourselves. Oh, God. See, sometimes it's just instinctive as well. If you've noticed, every time a scrum packs down, I start to get a little bit fidgety. It's just muscle memory. As the free kick is awarded here to Ireland. Referee O'Keefe has run out of patience again. And it's a short arm. They'll just call scrum again, will they? Or they'll tap and go. Looks like they're going to tap and go here with Kelleher. Well, it almost worked out for them once much earlier on. They do tap and go. Kelleher barges into the English defensive line. They're half a metre short. Penalty advantage for not rolling away, I believe. But it's advantage Ireland either way. A pick and go from Beerlam, driven backwards. Gibson Park fires it to Prendergast. Cut out pass creates some open space for Keenan. Holds the pass up for Lowe. And England slide across and shut it down just in the nick of time. We come back for the penalty. As tempers flare up again out here. A lot of shirt pulling. They're flying in from everywhere now to get involved. Some push and shove. Collar grabbing. Bring back the biff. Seven minutes and 13 seconds gone in the second half. Oh, boy. And we'll come back for the penalty. Both captains are getting a talking to here. Being told off by referee O'Keefe, who has had absolutely enough of everybody out there. No more, he says. No more of any of it. So what do Ireland do here? They've been turning down shots at goal all night long. And they do once again. Prendergast will put this into the corner. Into the corner goes. 5 meter line out. Kelleher. Ready to go. 10 points to 5. England lead. They throw to the front. And Kelleher wraps around. They're half a metre short. Ireland drive ever closer to the line. England pile in and try and disrupt. They try and stop that ball from coming out. They have turned it over, England. Well, how has that ball ended up on their side of the ruck? They're now held up. Bundyarki's in there driving them over the top of the already formed ruck. And the referee has no choice here but to blow it up. It's dangerous. And it will be a scrum down for England. The tackle was made on top of the prior ruck. Dangerous play. The referee has to call it up at that point. Well, how this ball is spilt out onto England's side of the ruck, I would never know. But incredible defense again. Well, I did say that I predicted that this would be close for 60 minutes. 48 minutes, 50 in. And it's well and truly close, isn't it? Feel like we've got a good game on our hands here. Mitchell waiting to feed. Solid foundation here for England. They release it quickly. Big charging run there from Ollie Lawrence. Straight over the top. The Irish defence. 10 metres out now. Mitchell's got it. The back of the ruck, looking for the box kick. Does get it away, but not a lot of distance. And Ireland will get the line-out throw just outside the 22. It's still a good field position here for Ireland. Oh, was that poor Sam Prendergast? Oh, my God. Ollie Lawrence has just bulldozed Prendergast. Barged straight over the top of him. As Ronan Kelleher is off. A well-earned rest for him, and straight into the action is Dan Sheenan. Big defense in midfield. Is that Lawrence again? Oh, he's a unit. Quick ruck ball, though, keeps the pressure on. Ireland going down the left-hand edge. Prendergast kicks in behind. It sits up at the back for Murley, and it skews off the side of the boot and into touch. Still inside the 22. And that's a nice little net gain for Ireland. Ollie Lawrence having a cracker of a game. But Ireland, you just get the feeling they're just, they've eased on into this game, and you just get the feeling they're about to explode. Gibson Park, out the back it goes. Just setting up the phases close to the post. Porter, back in field, keeping it in tight, in front of the sticks. Beelum. Nowhere to go. Big defense from Genge. Rocking the ball carrier backwards. Now they release it to the left. Bundyaki charges up. Winds up. reaches out and plants the ball down in the corner. And it's another simple mismatch. One-on-one tackle missed. And Ireland have scored in the corner. Bundyaki versus Marcus Smith, I think it was. Well, they've had Smith hiding out there on defense. And they finally got a situation for Bundyaki to wind up those big legs. And he's just run straight over the top of him. Smith, boom, bulldozed. Fights his way through two more. Reaches out and plants it down in the corner. We're all locked up. The defensive line just reacted too late. Bundyaki was left on his own out there. Smith had to race across, try and shut it down. Now Prendergast from the sideline hooks it around and misses that. Misses past the near upright. So 2 missed conversions. Could that be a massive difference maker here in this game? 2 missed conversions. All locked up at 10-all. 52.5 minutes gone. Smith gets us back underway. He goes short, contestable. Gets up there and taps the ball back. England are in possession. Looking to go straight back onto the attack. Smith kicks in behind. It sits up. No, it doesn't. I thought it set up for Caden Murley, but Hugo Keenan gets across. Takes the ball over the sideline. And a penalty now to Ireland for a push in the back. Well, it was rather inconsequential, I thought, but the touch finder will take Ireland back into English territory. 53 minutes 40 gone. Sheehan with the throw. Goes to the middle. Oh, no, it goes over the top and it sits up for Genge, but we come back for a penalty. Another shove in the back. Well, the referee is coming down hard on England here. Let's see, was there a shove? Where was the shove? Where was the shove? Well, nobody's been pushed there. That is a really rough call. Very rough call, that one. Interesting to know what referee O'Keefe saw there exactly. I mean, Itoshi had his hand on the player very, very briefly. It certainly wasn't a push. He had his hand in contact at one point as Prendergast is lining up a shot at goal here. And he puts it right down the middle. And Ireland take the lead for the first time tonight. 13 points to 10. Prendergast kicks his first goal. Ireland lead for the first time. Geordie on the Discord. Yes, I did see that. I'm not entirely sure what games I'll be doing for the ICC Champions Trophy. Smith gets us back underway. Another short restart, contestable. But Ireland come down with it. Fantastic effort there from Conan. And back to Prendergast to clear, although he puts it straight up in the air. England let it bounce. Satoshi goes back for it, but it's claimed in the air by Gary Ringrose. England look to counter, but Ireland in possession. Now some space down the left-hand edge. Lowe puts the kick through, but gets it off the outside of the boot and into touch on the full. We come back from where he kicked it. Well, he got that horribly wrong, James Lowe. And, Ringrose is in a world of hurt in back play. He did take a big hit. He got through to compete there with Itoji, and, he's buckled the knee. He's won the ball in the air, but that knee buckled out under him as soon as he made contact with the ground. And that did look a little bit nasty. He should be okay, I dare say. But that was an awkward landing. Oh, Marcel Bunce seeking us out over on the YouTube. Cheers, mate. I commend the effort. I don't watch the AFL personally, no, Marcel. Throw into the line out. England go to the front. Claim the ball. Break away from the rolling maul as it crept ever closer to the sideline. Penalty advantage here. The referee has spotted something, and Mitchell with the box kick clearance. James Lowe loses it out the back. And we're going to come back for the penalty. Well, they might have wanted to take the line out. They should have at least been given the option. They'll probably get a line out somewhere pretty similar anyway with the touch finder. Into touch it goes. So they have definitely gained some ground on this one. 13 points to 10, Ireland lead. 57 minutes gone. Henshaw now on for Aki. Bundy Aki has put in a solid performance tonight. Capped off with a try in the corner that tied the game. Itoji throws it back down from the middle of the line-out. Smith is held up in the tackle. Goes to ground, but it's very messy in there in the ruck. Mitchell gets in and claims it, and it's been spilt forward by who's that there, 16, Theo Dan. No knock on, says the referee. England looking to tie the game up or reclaim the lead here on the attack. About 25 out. It comes back for Smith. Crossfield kick. Itoji was offside there, I would have thought. As Ireland claimed the ball on the ground from the crossfield kick just outside their 22. A little bit of a nothing play there from England. But they get in and look to counter ruck here. And, trouble. Trouble here for Finlay Bealham. Finlay Bealham has just repelled away from that contact in a world of hurt. Seems to have had somebody land awkwardly on his ankle. We'll have to see this on the replay. Where is he? Here he is, Bealham. Oh, God. Yeah, I didn't need to see that. Wow. Okay, Finlay Bealham, he got his ankle trapped under the falling player, and he is straight off the field. Thomas Clarkson's out there. Yeah, Finlay Bealham is straight off. Oh, that looked nasty. I did not need to see that. I did not need that to be part of my life tonight. My God. Yeah, that was very, very nasty. Hopefully he's escaped any sort of serious injury there. 58 minutes gone. 13 points to 10. Well, we are up, approaching the 60-minute mark that I predicted in the pregame. It'd be very, very close up until the 60 minutes before Ireland make a little mini breakaway and England hit back with a consolation try at the end. So we'll see. We're on the money so far. Gibson Park feeds the scrum. Inside their own 22 here, Ireland. Prendergast with the clearing kick up over halfway. It's a good, solid contact. Lost behind by Freddie Stewart, who now returns it back up towards halfway. James Lowe's got him, holds him up, looks to steal the ball. Eventually gets to ground. And Mitchell immediately clears the ruck and looks to set up a box kick here, I would be assuming. There it is, Mitchell with the box kick. A good chase here, putting pressure on Jack Crowley. And that kick's now gone out on the fall from James Lowe. That's another big mistake as England roll on the substitutes now. Chandler Cunningham South, here he comes. Was paying a short price for any time try scorer. I mean, for somebody who's getting subbed on in the 59.5-minute mark, his price for any time try was ridiculous, really. Marcel, no, I didn't watch the test match. I struggle to do test match cricket, to be perfectly honest. Don't have the attention span or patience for it. Smith pops this pass up in midfield. It's lost forward. Ireland come away with it now. Hansen into a little bit of space, but puts boot to ball. Turning them around, and Stewart collects it inside his own 22. Gets a big hook on that ball and finds touch only about 35 out from his own try line. That is a nice little net gain for Ireland. Well, it's a huge net gain. A hospital. Oh, high contact. Was that a shoulder to the face? That might get a closer examination. 60 minutes, 30 seconds in. Will that get a closer look? Time on. And it looks like we're playing on. Yes, Ireland, go quickly. Gibson Park. To Crowley in midfield. It's lost forward, and we'll have a scrum pack down. England will get the feed. I'll use this opportunity to have a quick break as this scrum packs England with the feed. Scrum down. 40 metres out, England with the feed. Mitchell. Free kick. Early engagement from Ireland. England get the free kick. Marcus Smith looks like he's going to put this up in the air. Contestable for his outside backs. And they race through, put pressure on Low. It sits up nicely for England. Loose pass, though, and they're right back where they started as the Irish defence comes swarming through. And England are back inside their own half after all that. They made about 5 metres off that play. They may as well have just tapped and gone. Mitchell's got it to the base of the ruck, setting up a box kick here. A little bit too much distance on it, so it won't be contestable, but pressure still on the take, and he got that horribly wrong. Taken in the air, and they take exception to that. Cunningham South has got his timing all wrong there, and Hugo Keenan's been cleaned up in the air. Yes, he got it all horribly wrong, and he could be in trouble here, Cunningham South. I mean, that is a blatant tackle in the air. He's very lucky to have not got a yellow. I mean, he's extremely lucky to have survived that one. I guess because Hugo Keenan, he still came down on his feet, I suppose, is the mitigating circumstances there that saved any further punishment for Cunningham South. Just the penalty. And the touch finder, 10 metres inside England's half. So here come Ireland. You just sense that they're on top here. Not just by the 3 points on the scoreboard, but just the momentum travelling their way. Gibson Park fires the pass across into midfield. And a pass. One out from the ruck, puts James Lowe into a huge gap. He's got the support there from Byrne, and Byrne dives over to score. And just like that, Ireland have broken this English defensive line to shreds. Beautiful piece of work. And they extend their lead 18 points to 10 now with a simple conversion to come. The gap just opened up. Gibson Park running a decoy. Suckered in his defender, which opened up that huge gap. That's a big try, that one. Jack Crowley now with the conversion attempt to make this 20 points to 10. Pops it over, and the crowd explodes into a chorus of cheers. Ireland, 20 points to 10. "64.5 minutes gone. I've got to say, predictions looking pretty good at the moment. I should have had some money on it. Still time left in this one, though. 15 minutes to be precise. As England go deep with the restart. Ireland clear immediately with interest. Back in behind Marcus Smith, who has to race back for it inside the 22. And he thumps it upfield. No threat of touch. Taken on the full. Henshaw fires it back infield to Crowley. Crowley puts it high. Smith sets himself under it. Takes it just inside the 22. Could have called a mark. Now an aimless kick up the middle of the field. Low. Weighing up his options. Kicks for the corner. Finds the grass again. James Lowe. Fantastic boot. Hansen thinks about going quickly. But they'll take the line out just shy of the halfway line. Ireland with the throw. I'm both, Marcel. I mean, technically speaking. But, yes, I was born and raised in Australia. As the throw to the line out here is pinched by England, but a free kick for the space, I think, is the call there. No gap. closing the gap in the line out. And just simple little errors now that are creeping into the game for England, making it very hard for them to keep touch. And the high ball is put up. England let it bounce. And now they're under big pressure. Theo Dan driven backwards. Ireland do not commit to the breakdown. But England have got it 10 metres out from their own line. And the box kick clearance. Finding touch just short of the halfway line. It's a good clearing kick there by Randall. "67 minutes gone, 10 points the difference." Sheehan with the line-out throw. Ireland go to the front and secure the ball. Gibson Park floats it out into midfield. A nice little wraparound with Hansen. And the kick in behind the line. It's going to sit up in the end goal. And he's collected and held up and driven back into the field of play and into touch. That is extremely smart work there from James Lowe. And not just James Lowe, he had some help over there. Somebody was over there with him. They have held up Caden Murley in goal, driven him back into the field of play, and taken him over the sideline. So they get the 5 metre line out. I mean, that is just incredibly smart play here. They have purposely driven him back into the field of play and over the sideline. That is so smart. Ireland go to the front of the line out, set up the rolling maul. This could be the game. 5 metres out. They go to ground. The crash ball for Henshaw. Still 5 out. England absolutely have to hold on here. In front of the post now, inside the 5 metre line. Gibson Park to Crowley. Crowley dummies, cuts back in field. He's a metre short. And a penalty to England, diving over the top and holding on. Dan Jam says, bang on 60 minutes. We're going to pieces. I'm sorry, Dan Jam. I feel like I did that with my pre-game prediction. Which is not far off the mark at the moment, I must say. I said close game for 60 minutes. Ireland by 8, if I'm not mistaken. It was a close game for 60 minutes. And it's Ireland by 10 right now. England have possession. Randall with the box kick. Straight off the top of the boot. And it goes literally right up in the air. And Ireland come down. Oh, they've fallen apart before our very eyes here, England. The box kick clearance went straight up in the air. And comes down for Ireland. That was embarrassing. Crowley with the crossfield kick. Pressure on Smith. Smith claims the mark. Little legend that he is. And clears up over halfway. There's always a shining light for England. And that shining light is Marcus Smith. I am so impressed. Every time I see him play, I'm just so impressed. Geordie Aussie says a quick prediction for the Royal Rumble. CM Punk, Io Sky. That's my call. Royal Rumble, of course, coming up later on this morning. I'm hoping to get a nice little couple of hours nap in between now and then, though. The crossfield kick is contested by Ireland, but England ultimately come down with it. 10 minutes to go in this game, 10 points the difference. A little pop pass, one out from the ruck. England burrowing up the middle of the field. But where is that? Since the substitutes came on, Dan Jam. As Itoje dummies, and it's picked up and driven backwards, thrown backwards. Itoje plants it back. But it's ever since those substitutes came on, Dan Jam. They rolled out the substitutions. 55, 59, 59, 64, 59. The substitutes rolled out for England. And it's when their game started to fall to pieces. Nice little inside ball. And the gap opens up for Ireland. Up over halfway. On a big run goes Conan. Quick ball now out to the left. And it's on here. Cutout pass is above the head of Lowe. Leaps and takes it. Fends off the tackler. Passes in field for another try. Reaching out and slamming it down is Dan Sheehan. And Ireland are now opening up a very healthy lead. 25 points to 10. And it's James Lowe again, beating his man in a one-on-one tackle. He has had a blinder of a game. A massive hole opens up around the ruck there for Conan. And then racing in and leaving the wing exposed. Who was that there? I didn't catch a number. He's lucky I didn't catch his number. And then he misses the one-on-one tackle with Lowe. And you're not going to stop Big Dan Sheehan that close to the line. Crowley from the sideline. Hooking, but stays within the far upright. And it's 27 points to 10. Ireland over England, 17 points. England goes short with the restart. It's claimed by Jack Conan. 7 minutes to go. Gibson Park. Back it goes to Crowley. Puts the high ball up. Smith with a miscommunication with Murley. And the ball spills backwards. Now a little bit of space down the left-hand edge here for Slade, who's taken down by Gibson Park in a great legs tackle. And that's been the difference. Gibson Park with the one-on-one tackle. He makes it. England have been missing those one-on-one tackles. Big defense in midfield. England still in possession. Smith. Out the back it goes to Lawrence. Lawrence tries to get the arms free. Ireland counter ruck. James Lowe races up out of the defensive line. Putting pressure on England. But ultimately coming up with the mistake. 6 minutes to go. $17 points the difference. Ireland have just steadily grown into this game. And it is definitely looking like a two-horse race. The Six Nations, France and Ireland. Six minutes remain. Scrum down on the halfway line. England with the feed. Can they get some consolation points? $27-10. Gibson Park is the player of the match. Fair enough. Dan Jam, I don't fancy Scotland to do anything. Not against Ireland or France, no. A big shove here from England at scrum time. The referee just doesn't care at this point. The ball's tapped on now to Smith. Puts the step on. Oh, he's good, Marcus Smith. In a losing effort, he has once again been so good. And now space opens up around the ruck. A big charge from Ollie Chesham. Smith again. Pops the pass up. Lawrence has been good. Gets on the outside of his man. Releases Murley. Murley back in field. And the consolation try is scored by Tom Curry. Jeez. For those who were here for the pre-game, I've got to say, I'm pretty pleased with my pre-game prediction. It got very close. For those who might not have been here, my pre-game prediction was a close game for 60 minutes before Ireland break away and England score a late consolation try. Ireland win by 8 points. Okay, I was a little off with the margin, but the way that this, the momentum shifts of the game, I feel like I got pretty accurate. I'm pretty pleased about that. Conversion is unsuccessful, and it remains 27 points to 15. Ready to get us back underway here, Ireland. Less than 3 minutes to go. Can they bag another one here, England? Another unconverted try. And my 8-point prediction turning into 7 points. Wouldn't be bad at all. 2.5 minutes to go. Ireland will have the line-out throw. And the line-out is... England have the line-out throw. There you go. Yeah, that was really weird. Dan Jam brings up the pushing penalty. England haven't really done anything and been on the back foot since then as the ball spills loose for James Lowe. Lowe's in space inside the 22. Plants the ball back over his head. They've got numbers galore to the left. Ireland. But England get across and shut the play down, but Ireland still attacking them. Well, this is something I didn't factor in my pre-game prediction, was if Ireland get another one at the end. Space down the right-hand edge and taken into touch is Jack Conan. Good defence from England. But yeah, just going back to what Dan Jam said there, the mystery pushing penalty. I will still be scratching my head over that one. I don't understand that one at all. The call there in that line out, there was no push as England fire this in over the back of the line out. Right over the back. And less than 2 minutes to go. 27 points to 15 in favour of Ireland. Randall sets up the box kick. And, yeah, they just haven't been able to get anything going, really. That's a big hit from Cunningham South. Rocking the Irish attacker backwards. Inside the last minute, Ireland on the attack. Itoje, 79.5 minutes in, and he's still giving his all. Mauro Itoje. And Marcus Smith. Been sublime again. Ollie Lawrence. So some positive signs here from England, but they just fell apart. As now Lowe gets on the outside again. Pops the pass back in field as they desperately hold on to his shoelaces. And Ireland come up with the mistake. 10 seconds remain. And what do they do here, England? Marcus Smith with the crossfield kick into a little bit of space. Needs the bounce, and it does sit up for Murley. Up over halfway, but completely outnumbered. Ireland get in and spoil, but a penalty to England for holding down. Take the three. Take the three. 3 extra points. Why not? Marcus Smith will put this over the sideline. Not a lot of distance with the kick. 22 metres out. Can they have the last say in this match? Yes, I would love to see that on replay, actually. That push in the back call. A weird one. Theo Dan with the line-out throw. 22 out from the line. Time is up on the clock. It's a bonus point for Ireland. As Itoje spills it, it's now slapped backwards, and England are in possession. Smith runs a nice angle to take it inside the 22. And now Theo Dan gets on the outside, pops it up for another consolation try. Tommy Freeman scores. 27-20, the kick to come. It's going to be a 5-point difference. And crucially, that gives England a bonus point for finishing within 7. And who knows how important that will be come the end of the tournament. Who knows? Could be critical. Conversion successful from Marcus Smith. The referee blows full time. 27-22. Yes, some consolation tries. But it ends up being a bonus point loss for England. And, geez, you would take that, wouldn't you? The situation, as it were, just a few minutes ago. He'd be taking that bonus point with both hands and saying, thank you very much. That could be a crucial bonus point come the end of the tournament. 100%. Well, Ireland, just too good tonight. Broke away from the 60-minute mark. England with a late fight back, some consolation tries when all was already lost. But still, a bonus point defeat. I've just got this feeling, right? Just got this sneaky little suspicion that bonus point could be critical come the end of this Six Nations. We'll keep an eye on it. Gibson Park there was given the official man of the match. So, Dan Jam, the YouTube was all good this time around. I don't know what happened with that previous stream. It just, YouTube deciding to play up, I suppose. But hopefully it was all good this time around. And hopefully it will be all good once again. Coming up in a few hours' time. What have we got? 4 hours. Yeah, I better not go and sleep for 5 hours. No, in 4 hours' time, we will be back for the WWE Royal Rumble. Why not? Thank you so much for your company in this one. I feel like overall the game lived up to expectations. It was a good game. It broke away a little bit from that 60 to 70 minute mark, and then the late fight back, even though it was too late, the consolation tries from England. I think 5-point differential is fair. I think that's a fair result in the end. It was a hard-fought game, deserving of a close margin. That's my opinion anyway. Thank you so much for joining me for this one, Waste the World of Sports. It's so good to have the rugby back. The Big Bash cricket was fun, but it's good to have the rugby back, just like it was intended to be here on the channel. It's how it started on the channel. Thank you so much, YouTube, TikTok. Very much appreciate your company as always. And we'll catch you very, very soon. For the wrestling fans out there, WWE Royal Rumble coming up. Otherwise, we will see you next weekend, I guess, for the continuation of the Six Nations. Thank you so much. All right, I'm exhausted. I need to have a big power nap. A big power nap. It's been a monster of a weekend, and I need a big power nap before this next stream. So, thank you very much. Cheers, and I'll catch you when I catch you, whether that be the Royal Rumble stream coming up or whenever. Cheers.